in the sense that we want to introduce young business people to the audience today. I just chatted to Gugu this morning, and I just realized that despite adversity, there's always hope. If we lend out our ears to what's happening in the news and everything that's being said about South Africa, I firmly believe that to turn South Africa's economy down, the key lies with young people like this. And this morning is about sharing ideas, sharing where we've come from, and just to get encouraged and get new inspiration and new hope for South Africa. So, welcome Steve and Tereen for being able to press on your button again, which we're going to do often in the future still, so prepare you for that. So, over to you.
Thank you so much. Well, hello everyone. Hello. And a very warm welcome to our panel who come from the Youth Start Cape Town competition. So just to set the scene, the City of Cape Town runs a competition every year. And they have two categories. One is I have an idea, and the other one is I have an existing business. So in the category I have an existing business, the 4 young people that you see here were in the top 5, and in fact we also have the winner here as well of that competition. Do you know that we will be the same in 5 years' time except for 2 things? The people that you meet and the books or resources that you read. So I again want to salute you for deciding and choosing to be here, because that choice can open up a world of possibilities. That competition ran, I hope I get my days right, but it ran for 6 weeks in May and June. We met, we did 3 training sessions and 3 pitching sessions. And I wanted my co-facilitator, Tereen, to just share a little bit about, very quickly, about what we did in the competition.
Thanks, Steve. So good morning, everyone. Such a great honor to be here. Thank you so much. So as the facilitators, we were supposed to basically cover the training on entrepreneurship, various entrepreneurship skills, as well as the growth wheel. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with the growth wheel, but that's something that Steve really covers, and it's a tool to be able to identify areas of your business that you need to focus on and how to make decisions, whether it is on finance or on human resources or basically budgeting or business processes. It's really a tool where you are able to identify what is my biggest pain point that I need to cover, and basically make a decision and take an action. So the course was really, or the training was focused on growth wheel as well as pitching. So as a business owner, whether you're a startup or aspiring entrepreneur, that's one of the skills that you need to learn. And we imparted that knowledge over to the entrepreneurs, and they had 3 opportunities to pitch their business and were eliminated and after 3 rounds. And these young people that are here, or entrepreneurs that are with us here, made it to all 3 rounds, and they had a panel of judges. And so if you are a business that is established, you still need pitching skills, because you want to pitch your business to investors that can possibly help you scale your business. So that is the relevance of not only for startups, but also for businesses that are established and wanting to take their business to the next level. And so that is basically the focus. And so they had to pitch their business and win amazing prizes. So back to you, Steve.
Thank you. And you know, this morning really is about not so much the competition, not so much the event, but it's about people. In the same way that you made a choice, they made a choice, and they pushed through with that choice. So I'm going to ask each of the 4 people, our panelists here, just to take 3 minutes, tell you about themselves and their business, and then we're going to go into a time of questions and answers we'll ask. And then if you have any questions near the end, love you to ask them, okay? We'll try and make sure that there's a clear response to you as well. So, you know they do say ladies first. Yolanda, I wonder if we could start with you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Yolanda. I am the owner, the founder, and the CEO of the iPad Nail Studio. We do nails, we specialize in nails. And when I saw the advert on Google, because I was looking for a program where I can upscale my knowledge with business, because I've never went to a business school before. So I came across the program of City of Cape Town. Then, yeah, I tried apply. I called because I couldn't apply. I had some issues, so I kept on calling. Fortunately, I went through Blanche, and she guided me how to apply. And that is how I got to the City of Cape Town Youth Startup Program, which I really enjoyed. For me, finances were the problem, and I feel like Steve and Tareen have emphasized that a lot. You know that I did have a business and a personal account, but I couldn't like separate the two. You know, sometimes as when you feel like, oh, I need downgrades, and I was just like, but I do have a business account, so why not? But getting the knowledge of separating the business from my personal account, paying myself salary that I got from the Youth Startup Program, I knew, but I did not do it. But now it has opened opportunities for me to actually apply to bigger platforms like SAP, Gibbs, and so yeah, because like when you are applying for investors, they need your bank statement, and they will see what is coming in and what is going out. Which shops are you buying in, and how much are you paying yourself? All those things that will need them on paper. And also I was able to get myself an accountant to do that for me, and that was through the help of City of Cape Town Youth Startup. Yeah.
Super. Before we leave you, you know there's a thing called a USP, unique selling proposition, or what makes you unique, or what makes you a purple cow. So, Yolanda, what you did not share, but what have you come up with that maybe distinguishes you from a lot of people in that beauty field?
Oh, well, it is. I am an organic. We are an organic nail studio. Because we have employees. I mean, I'm not alone now. So yeah, we're not using chemicals. We are eco-friendly. It's just like organic, so you don't have to sacrifice the style for it, but you can always get your extensions and without using any chemicals, no glues, and so we organic nail studio.
And you have is it patented yet, that special gel or stuff that you've got? Hand cream, beg your pardon, hand cream, thank you,
Hand and
Terry.
nail cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know, I didn't bring
No,
it.
but you've got, you
Yeah,
created
we
it.
also manufacture hand and nail cream as well as scrubs now, not only hand and nail cream only,
Okay.
as well as scrubs. It's also organic. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Yolanda. Kugu.
Yes, that's amazing.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gugu Shaliti. I'm the founder and owner of Cake Talk Bakery. Cake Talk Bakery is a confectionery bakery and personalized. We producing stuff like such as cakes, biscuits, muffins, croissants, quiche, bread, and many more. I started this business when I lost my job. I lost my job, and then I asked myself why I'm keep on working for people. What if I'm the one that is creating recipes for them? So I decided to do my own thing. As I started, first time I joined the competition, that it was on 2021, and Ladies of Love competition that called I Realize a Dream. And then I noticed that competition, it does help a lot. That's where I started to look for competitions, and then I made City of Cape Town competition as well. That's where I get more information about how do you run a business, how do you grow a business, and you have to separate your personal account to a business account. Don't mix that money, because of if you mix the money, you end up charging all the money without knowing. Yeah. So what I can say to City of Cape Town people, they did help me a lot, and I'm thankful for that, because now I've got 2 different bank accounts. I don't mix anything, and I can see what's the money that comes in and the money that goes out, and I can even now can ask me about the money, how the money goes. I can explain everything. Thank you.
Thank you. And I must say, you should see his products. My goodness, you know, you've got a coffee shop, Andre. Maybe
we wanna talk business to you.
yes, excellent.
Itumeleng, do you want to share?
Good day, everyone. My name is Tumeleng Mambi, and I'm the founder of Ikasila Mitar and Car Wash. The business offers fast food and also a car wash services. The business was founded in 2019. Coming from initiation school, I wanted something like this gonna help those young boys that are around the township corners. So I came up with this business. So before Ikasila Mitar and Car Wash, I was running a dustbin business to fund the Itar and Car Wash. So I started with 24 dustbins, 200 dustbin. So when I introduced Ikasila Mitar and Car Wash, I went to those 25 people that turned into 100. So when I started the business, I already had 100 customers. Then I went for the employees. I employed all the people that used to be criminals, that high school dropouts. So I give them like the opportunity to support their family through good things. So I came across with the Youth Start competition. So when I saw this competition, I didn't know how to manage the business finance and how to make my business professional, because every month that comes in, I used to take out my mom out and also my child. So what I learned from Steve and the Youth Start competition is how to professionalize my business and the money that comes in the business, and also how to be able to pitch to panel of investors, and also how to talk to audience like this, because I'm a shy person, but through this competition I was able to talk with people.
Excellent.
That's amazing.
Justin, would you like to share?
Yes.
Maybe he doesn't want to share, but you're going to have to share anyways.
Good morning, everyone. I am Justin Gelderblom. I am a young gentleman, aged at 30. I am the owner and director of JDG Events. We are audio, visual, and staging company. Originally from Mitchells Plain, and last year relocated to Bracken Gate Business Park, and now residing in Kuils River. I started my business in 2017 after I was retrenched from my permanent position as an audio engineer. I was very reluctant on starting my business because I was very young at the time, and there was a lot of questions. You are young. There's in the colored culture, a young man moet werk vir sy familie, and to start a business at that age is, you know, it's a difficult one. So I just started the business, and we started out assisting other businesses with with my technical skill. After that, started building up our own clients. To date, my business have grown. I've seen growth in numbers, I've seen growth in clients, also growth in where our business is heading. We used to do a lot of music events, but to date we do more corporate stuff, and I found our rhythm in my business, and it is where I wanted to go. I employ myself full-time employer, and then good morning, and then my wife as well, that helps me with accounts and administration. I get my hands dirty and broken on site, To date, we have 3 venues under our name, which is Radisson Red, the Ezekiel Museums of South Africa, and recently added Queen Rock and Q Rock Wine Estate. We are a very different kind of. Well, I like to look at ourselves as a different kind of audio and visual company. Because I love working with young people. I grew up in the church, and that's where I started loving what I'm doing, because I was always behind the sound, always behind the media, and I took that and turned it into a business. I got that opportunity in church and still doing it in church. And I love working with young people. I love training young people. Love seeing young people, reach their goals, regardless of if we train them in this field, as long as you're going somewhere. This Youth Start competition really helped my confidence speaking to people or pitching to potential investors, because like I said, I like to work with my hands. It's different speaking to a client and say, hello, my name is Justin, this is what we do. And saying, hello, I'm JDG Events, this is my business. It's two different ball games. And the Youth Start competition and the city, number one, the city really works for us.
Yeah.
It really taught us a lot and really opened our minds as to how to think about your business. The growth wheel that Steve introduced to us really showed us the scale of your business, and like Terien said, where we can better or improve on our businesses. And it's just generally there's no nepotism in the competition. It was a very tough competition. I didn't go in, like, even on the day of the announcement of the winner, I had absolutely no idea that I'm gonna, be where I'm at, other than the top 5, because it was just fair. And yeah, it's just a fair competition and a very tough competition, and they really just stretches you, and I am very grateful for that. And I've met some really amazing people within the network, some very wise people, some very go-getters out there. And it's very important for myself as a young man to surround myself with other like-minded people. So it's an amazing opportunity that was laid before us, and hopefully it spurred everyone else on to continue to grow our business and to continue to go for opportunities like that. So thank you for.
So from one young man to another, I do hope that you're listening, leaning forward, because there's some gems that are coming out here. A couple of things that have been said already, you need to think about, what does that mean for me? For example, Justin said that he met up with some go-getters, etc. Now, he would not have had that opportunity lest he actually contended. All right. Just by the way, these are 4 of the 5 in the top 5. So I'm going to start at the Yolanda. Where did you come? Out of 5, where did you come? 4th.
Yeah.
Where did you come, Google? 3. Where did you come, to me? 2. And where did you come, Justin?
As per order.
So why don't you put your hands together for the top 4? By the way, we didn't put them in this order. It just happened to be like that. Yeah, great. But what we want to do is we want to open up the panel and ask that you also think about questions that you want to ask. By the way, I also just want to say thank you to the Genesis Incubator. There's some of the folk from the Genesis Incubator here as well, and also young people. And there's also a winner in the room at the moment, Leandro. Great, he won the smaller competition as well. But over to you, Tareen, to start off the questions.
Okay, so first question is, what skills and knowledge have you gained as a result of the competition and that can strengthen your business going forward? I think some of you touched on that briefly with your introduction. So I would just want to ask, what skills have you gained specifically?
And it could be that not everyone answers. You know, it could be one or two, etc.
Yeah.
So, what skills?
Okay, I believe I did not. You know, when you're starting a business, you're self-employed. You're not an entrepreneur yet. You're just like doing everything yourself. So I have learned that it is okay to outsource some of the things, because once you start to be jack of all trades, you're not gonna manage everything. You can't be doing finance, you can't be doing advertising yourself, you have to outsource those things so that you're gonna be able to master the leading part, and you're gonna be able to see where you are lacking. I think that is what skills I have acquired, because I know that I'm an entrepreneur, not self-employed. I'm the boss. Yeah, so I'm able to sit there and look where what is lacking and how can I get there? Where can I master this one? Who can I employ to do this job for me? So I'm not gonna be doing everything. Then I'm gonna be losing track of a lot of things.
Excellent, Yolanda. I think it's important as entrepreneurs also to focus on working in the business and on the business. And clearly you now shifted your focus from in the business to on the business. So finding the balance is always key. Gugu, would you like to share what skills you've learned?
Yeah, what I can say, what I learned from this competition is you have to be sure that you're a boss in your business. Don't treat your workers like your brothers. You must make sure that they're doing the right thing at the same time. Don't allow them to eat your stock. Because I used to allow them to eat and do whatever, and then I noticed that it's costing me as well. So the skill that I got from there is to be strong and don't allow anyone to do the wrong stuff in your business.
Okay, excellent. Itumile?
The most thing that I learned is like I didn't know my story of the business. Now I know why there is Kasilam, and through this competition I was able to know the meaning of Ikasilam and why I'm doing it and what purpose is my business doing in my community, and also I have to think about not now or not cater for only my community. Have that idea this business is gonna run through all around South Africa, not in Kukuletu only, and also be able to make my business run without me, because now I'm here, but my business can run without the presence of myself.
Sure.
Excellent. So just tell us one more thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does Ikasilam mean my home? What does it mean?
Yeah, it means my community.
My community.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Well done. Justin.
What I took home was your like Steve said, your USP, unique selling proposition, and being confident in what you are selling, and not dwindling around what your unique selling point is. So that gave me more confidence in what I'm selling when I'm going out there, being more confident as in what my business can offer. And yeah, it just opened up a better understanding as to what JDG events do, having confidence when walking into a room, even if there is other competitors, this is your unique selling proposition. And then also absolutely love the accountant Heinrich that came in also, because man, with administration and SARS and all that stuff, it was and I can probably talk for a lot of business people. Sometimes it's a because like I said, I'm hands-on, but I really enjoyed that segment. I've learned a lot from there, and just trying to keep our hands on the books which can become, for me personally, a bit difficult. But thankfully, my wife handles that, and we have someone else also that does our books. So thank you to Hendrik as well for coming on that.
Excellent.
We try to bring in different resources to address things. So Taryn, as an HR specialist, spoke to the people side. Heinrich, as Mr. Money, spoke to the finance side. Kobus spoke a little bit to the growth mindset. And in fact, the very first part of the manual that we created is about the growth mindset as well. Fantastic. And Justin said something important. He spoke about knowing your why. I think someone else also said that. Very important to know why you get up in the morning. That's the thing that when you feel like staying in bed, it will cause you to say, not a tikkie, let me get up. You can see what decade I'm from, not a tikkie. Pitching. One of the things that they had to do regularly, and as Taryn said, every time they would be cold, they would be from 40 down to 25, down to 15, down to the top 5. And so I want to ask a question about pitching. What advice would you give future participants around business pitching in a competition, or maybe just generally pitching? Any advice that you would say? What thing stayed with you? What helped you?
I would say know your numbers. Whether it's a 10 rand or a 10,000 rand that you're playing with, know your numbers, because that will sell. Well, to me, that's what's so. You can't come one week and say you made a 10 rand, and the next week you said you made this. So
Consistent.
Yeah, you need to be consistent in your pitching. And then, well, the adjudicators that we had were very tough. There was we called him a rando also in our group, because he just counted everything. But that really sharpened us. But just really stay consistent in what you sell.
Okay. All right, from the rest of the group?
Yeah, well, like Justin said, selling proposition is very much important. Like almost everyone, especially in townships, everyone is doing nails. I mean, everyone is doing makeup, everyone is doing it. When it comes to beauty, everyone is doing it. So I had to, as much as I didn't really know much about doing something with my hands. When I started this nail business, it was lockdown when it started, and during lockdown I couldn't go and do my nails. So I did my own nails. And and before lockdown, I was still healing from the damage that I had from my last set. So I was looking for something that's gonna strengthen my nails while my nails are done. With the chemicals, they can damage your nails, and you can never have a nail again. You just touch something and it breaks, and you don't have a nail again, or it's damaged, or get fungus and. So I looked for something that's gonna keep my nails strengthened and stronger while my nails are done, because I need my nails to be done to look a little bit classy, So yeah. And then when I went on YouTube and I've landed on YouTube, I've done everything on YouTube. I've never went to school for nails. I've landed on YouTube. I went on online as well, and I tried and looked and find theory and practicals, So yeah. And now when I started, I thought of doing a business. It was difficult for me because, everyone is almost doing the same thing. And now already I am doing something different, because I was doing the organic one. I was not using the chemicals. I was not buying from the same suppliers, and doing it in the township. I do have a target market in the township, but it's not something, I still have to teach people about it. Now it's really getting really, really difficult. People are going to people that they already know, and it's quicker. Now it has to be a little bit expensive, So if you know your selling point, you're gonna be able to teach your clientele. The 2 clients that you have, they're gonna be talking about it. They're gonna go and I always ask my clients, 2 clients that I had at that time, that please go and rate me on Google. I've got to open a Google account, so can you please go and rate us on Google? So by doing that, you are now they will just tell you, okay, it's a hygiene space. It is there, and then people will be looking for that hygiene space. And you remember, home techs because I was doing it in a small place. So a home tech is not a real thing because people want to go to your nail studio to take content. You know, just make sure that you bring that space, hygiene space, a quality nails, everything, even the kind of pictures that you take, it must be quality. So that is also a selling point because even if you get your nails done well, my brother, please, if you get them done well, you take a picture with I don't want to name your phones. and it's now, Samsung is going to be better. Hawaii, whatever it is. If you take a picture with that and then you post it, it's no longer getting the quality of the quality clients because there is quality clients and also then you will know your target market. When you know your selling proposition, you will definitely know your target market and you will go with that. It doesn't matter where you are. I'm in a township in Mandalay is township, but I get my target market in there because I've mastered now with City of Cape Town. I've mastered how to do business, understanding my target market. If you know your selling proposition, you'll definitely understand your target market. And if I sold my nails for like my services for 100 rand, I will attract that 100 rand community, and it was going to be very difficult for me to move from that 100 rand. So I've all learned all those things through City of Cape Town with the help of Taryn and Steph. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Someone put their hand up there, or sir? Yes, sir. To me.
In business, you have to know your story, know how to sell your story. So through like this competition helped me like knowing my story and able to sell the story to customers and make my customers sell my story to other people. So now I'm able to make customers through my customers.
Fantastic. So I think it's also important for those in the room. Some of you mentioned how you came up with the idea for your business, but for those who didn't, why did you choose confectionery? Why did you choose an eatery with a car wash? Why did you go into events? You've kind of said that, but can you just tell us about the idea? Because many people sit with an idea, true? But ideas are a dime a dozen. What really matters is taking action. And these young people did that. Tell us how you moved your idea into action and why did you come up with that idea? Anyone take that? Yolanda.
To be quite honest, I was very uncomfortable where I was working. I was the youngest and it was really, really uncomfortable, and I was their manager and they are older people, so they felt like they can do me anyhow. So it was very difficult and straining for me. Every time when I go home, I'll be thinking, what can I do? Where can I apply? But now applying was not even an option now because I'm like tired. I'm tired. I was like, I'm tired of working with these old people because even if I go to another work, they're still gonna make me feel like this. Because every time they'll be like, there's a word then I'm meeting my child. Like in our black communities, even if you're at work, you will always be my child, even if you're my co-worker. So, okay. But like my child, I can't tell them what to do because I'm my child. I'm the younger one. So I was like, every time when I go home, I'll be thinking, what can I do? What can I do? And I'm not done yet with my studies because I am doing law, so I'm not done yet. What can I do? And I have a child. I can't keep on like this. So when lockdown hit and I didn't have my nails done, I wanted my nails done. I'm like, okay, if I can do this, let me do my mom now. Let me do my friends now. And I did that. And I'm like, okay, I can make money. Then I started doing house calls. And I started renting it after I think 6 months. I rented a small place in a barber shop. I'm like, okay, it is really working. It is really, really working. Then I started saving to buy myself a container, and yeah. And actually, it was not easy. It was not easy. And we believe that we need money to start something. But with the little that you have, you can start something. Because I mean, gel. Especially when you're doing like those traditional nails and you just need like 500 rand to buy the whole equipment, and you start small. I'm only doing gel, and then after that, because I only did gel, that was like the gel which was polygel was no one doing it in the township before, and still now no one is doing polygel. They were not doing polygel, so I started doing polygel, and I started introducing people to this organic kind of thing, and I started posting on my status. This is an organic one. This is how it can help you. This is how it helps your cuticles, and. So I'm like, okay, the people are loving this thing. I started with a small thing. It was not easy, hey. It was not easy, and obviously I don't have money. I now resigned at work. Then I have no money. So I will get 500 rand a month, and I have to eat it, because what will I live with? I have to use that. I have a child, and now I still have to ask money again from someone to start again, and always, it has always been a success. I decided, you know what, now it's time. It's time for me to save up, so that I will understand how much am I making per month, because I did not know. I did not know. It was not easy, and yeah, it's growing now.
You said that you have got a container,
Yeah.
and that is your salon. That is
Yeah,
your
that is
okay,
my
lovely,
studio.
which you bought as well.
Yeah.
Super. Thanks, Yolanda. Anyone else want to add to that? Gugu?
Okay. What I can say, the way that I started my business, I was working for Topia Zero restaurant for 8 years, and then the restaurant ended up closing. I went to work for Pie in the Sky Bakery. Pie in the Sky Bakery, COVID came, I lost my job. That's where I decide, I see that I don't have anything that is coming in, so I have to make a plan and pay rent. I started to sell muffins at school. I bake muffins at home because I was having that small oven that we bought from ShopRite. I started to bake those muffins. I sell at school. I started with, I think it was 50 muffins or so, if I'm not mistaken. 50 end up in 300 muffins to 700 muffins a day, because of I was trying to get those small children that they're going to school, ask them to sell for me at school. I started to sell those muffins. I saw them, they're going, and I'm making money. A day I can make something like 1.5. What I decided to bake a cake, because I've been being a baker for very long. I decided to bake a cake. I bake a cake and posted that big cake. What if it's coming in a small oven? I post that cake. That's where I started to get some more customers through Facebook. I was just posting on my personal page, not even a personal account, not even a business page. I start getting those orders, and then I keep on getting those orders. I end up buying myself a container that I can work inside, because of, in a township, if you've got a container, you're not gonna pay rent. It's much easier because you're not paying rent, you're just baking inside. You work without paying any rent. You see, it's gonna be easy for me. I buy that container, I work inside. Now, if I can tell you how many cakes that I've been doing a month, I'm selling more than 20 cakes a month. So, what I can say is not easy to start a business, but it's tough. You have to be strong.
Okay, so perseverance and grit. Okay. Anyone else? Yes, sir. Jimmy.
Starting a business, you can start a business like with 0 rand. I started with nothing. Before Ikaslam, I started with washing dustbins. So washing dustbin, I took my mom's washing powder, broom, and 25 liter of water. Then started saving up for the vacuum cleaner, then chemicals, and also like other stuff. Then after like a while running a car wash, people, when they come to the car wash, they're always hungry. So some will say, I'm coming back, I'm going to KFC. Some will say, okay, I'm going to another place that sells food. Then I come about, no man, let me also add food. Then I added like a chisanyama. Then I said, no man, I must take my chisanyama to where like people like are scared. A corner, in a township, a corner, like it's a hotspot for crime. So I decided, no man, let me turn this hotspot of crime into a working place. Sure. Then I ran my chisanyama there. Then also people didn't like pork. Then decided, no man, let me sell burger. Then now, no man, everyone's selling burger. Then I decided to sell Ikota. Ikota is a township burger where like you take a bread, then you cut it in half, then you put all the food inside. So like I decided like to sell my quota in a very different way. Like my quota is very different. Even you, if you can say a picture, you'll definitely want to buy it. So after selling the quota and a car wash, it's gonna be like 1 full year now selling a quota, then 2 years running a car wash. Then now on November this year I'll be opening my first physical store where I'll be able to like cater like all ages of people, and also next year around March I'll be opening my second shop. So like starting with what you have can take you far.
Yeah.
Yes,
We had the privilege of actually seeing, when they pitched, they would either show their products or show photos. And I want to tell you, when you saw that quota, he's absolutely right. It looked mouth-wateringly good, and as did the nails. I mean, you can see my nails. As did the cakes, as did Justin with the events that they do. They started small, and you said something, Yolanda. You can start with what's in front of you, with what you have, okay, and then they scale. And what I love is that they're saying, and that month I'm going to do this, and that month I'm going to do that. They've got a growth mindset. They're starting to expand. I want to ask one more question, and then I'm going to open up for the audience. Is that okay? One more question. So how important is support for you on your journey as an entrepreneur? How important is that? Anyone want to talk about what the support of that 6 weeks meant, or what the support of a coach or mentor, or what the support of your peers meant to you? Anyone want to respond to that?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 10.
10.
So support is very important because running a business is a very lonely road.
Yeah.
Because there's no one to ask you, did you make target this month? Will you be able to pay your bills this month? There's no one, absolutely no one. But with that support and that peers that's in the same mindset as you, you feel that you're not alone. It also pushes you to do better and to reach for more. So there's kind of a backing, or there's a foundation and a nice like I can turn around, I can talk to Gugu because he has maybe the same challenge as me, or we can relate from one young entrepreneur to another one. So for me, that support is everything. Whether it's my friend, my peers, as young entrepreneurs, or the business coach, because then they can also navigate you and tell you, no, but this is not how we're supposed to do things. This is not how. Rather do this. And the best feeling is when you see the result of the support that has been given. So to me, it's everything. Support is everything. We all need it.
Thank you, Justin.
Well, for me, is okay. Being in Mandalay, just a little small story. A few weeks back, actually 2 weeks back, being in a township, there is this protection fee. Some of you will understand. There is this protection fee kind of thing that is done by gangsters. In Mandalay, it's not. It was because it is not really a township. It's not like for blacks. It is mostly like coloreds and Indian. So they found me on the Friday. I don't just remember. I forgot the dates, but it was they came on Friday. I was not around. So my employees called me that there were people here looking for a protection fee. Obviously, they're protecting me from them, you know. So there's a protection fee that like the business owners, they pay in the township. So I was not there on Friday. They came on Sunday. So because of my generator went for service on Saturday. So on Sunday there was no generator, and then on Sunday, 4 o'clock, the power was gonna go off. So I called them and told them that they must close at 4 when the electricity is going off, so because there is no generator. Then they came just after they closed. The protection fee guys came to look for this protection fee, and they told them, where's the owner? And they're like, oh no, he did not come. She did not come to work today. You must come back tomorrow. Sorry, on Tuesday, because on Monday it's our off days. So she said, and he said, if you keep on hiding her, then you're gonna pay for her head. And then they showed guns, the 3 of them. Mind you, they are 17-year-olds. I'm not talking about old people, I'm talking about 17-year-olds. They showed guns. And on Wednesday, they came. I was not there on Wednesday as well. So maybe it was God just protecting me from this thing. So I was not there on Wednesday again. And I came, but they called me because they were there. Again, I came. But when I got into the yard, the car was moving, they left. I don't know if they saw me or did not see me, but they left. But the day they told them that I must leave 1,000 rand before I leave, because they're gonna come and collect it. So that is a challenge as well. But because of the support and the network that I've got, already I have been, before this thing happened, I've been looking for a better place where there is much more traffic. And yeah, now I am having those opportunities of getting into our Thembakhwezi mall soon. So when that happened, it's just like pushing me to go out, pushing me, and that was through the support that I got from the city of Cape Town and my peers. Because obviously, when it started, I did not know what to do. Just a 24, and also there is a nail studio which is opposite me, just like we are different with products and there is a nails, but they never went there. They've been just coming into my nails. There is a hair salons around. They've never went there. These barber shops around. They've never went there, but they've been targeting mine. And I believe it was because of the lockdown. She's very young. I'm only 24. I'm the youngest in that community who is doing this kind of business. So they're like, okay, she's the youngest, so they were taking chances. I believe so. So that also has been pushing me to like use the opportunities that I've got from the city of Cape Town to like elevate Mufasa.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
A lesson I learned from what was said is that they started their business, but under probably extraordinary pressure. That means you and I, with maybe a little bit less pressure, we can emulate them, we can copy them. So over to our wonderful audience. Time for you to ask some questions. Okay, if you can just indicate, and I can